Happy today. Livia, you're okay. Tell everybody where we are. Tell everybody where we are. Oh, I can't. Okay. Where are we? Welcome back to Montenegro, to Tivat. We actually arrived here yesterday. We ended up staying an extra day somewhere in Corsica in a cove and left not in Corsica. No, in Croatia. And left Civat. Cavtat. Hold on. Left Cavtat yesterday morning after a night of 35 knot winds. The most we've ever been in. And it was overnight in the middle of the night. And I am so proud of our boat. And I'm so proud of Dave and I because we dropped the anchor very well. We held beautifully. And we arrived yesterday. No, we're not petting right now. We arrived yesterday. And it feels like home. It's such an interesting feeling. This is the first place that I stepped on land after being at sea for 9 days. And it feels like home. Still haven't been on the mainland here, but just being in the area. So I'm happy to be back in Montenegro. Allison, bonjour. Lily, bonjour. Stephanie, good morning. Good morning. How was everyone's weekend? How are you feeling? We had the silent contract call last week, which was so amazing, opened up so much. And then we had our Femme opening call on Friday. And I'm still getting DMs and messages from women in how it changed the game, how it changed the success game for women. We are rewriting the success game for women. We are rewriting the Odyssey. And I was talking to one of my Chateau Neuf lovely, gorgeous ladies in our mastermind. And I was sharing with her, there's a level of excitement inside of me about the conversation, about the opening, about the truth, about the frequency, about all of that. But it's not a normal, like what we would see or feel as excitement. There's this real calm confidence. There's this real just joy to be able to speak to something that I did not have words for a very, very long time. And the breakthroughs that women are having and the unraveling. One of my clients actually shared, when you first mentioned this, I didn't see it. The distorted part of the silent contract where I talked about this kind of expectation that we're being shown that in order to be powerful, in order to have impact, in order to feel like we've made it, that we have to expect haters, that we have to expect being attacked. And she said, I didn't resonate with it when you first said it. I wasn't quite sure. And then she said, and then she realized how much that fear of being attacked has kept her hiding from sharing her deepest truth and really moving through the world in a way that she's being called. So when we're going to be talking a lot more about this inside of Elegant Femme, and I know some of you were with me on that call. It doesn't mean, and this is so in alignment with A Course in Miracles, it doesn't mean that everyone will agree with us. It doesn't mean that everyone is always going to cheer us on or that everyone is going to understand. But it does mean that we don't need to anticipate being attacked. We don't need to. There's a dog over there that's saying good morning. We don't need to anticipate being attacked. We don't need to see through the lens as women of, I make it if, or I'm big now because I'm getting these haters. And again, I understand the conversation that has happened around that up until this point, but I don't believe it needs to be that way. And I'm speaking to this, we do not need to expect to be crucified. I'm just going to say it like that. So again, so much is unfolding. There is so much beauty, so much just, I have so much extraordinary gratitude for those of us that are walking in this way, with this level of grace and willingness. And we've been talking a lot in the course about defenselessness is strength. So again, it is not about, oh, okay, well then everyone's just going to be so happy with what I say all the time. No, but it doesn't mean you need to expect the attack, because we experience what we believe. Yeah. All right. What we believe is necessary. So we're switching that up. We're switching it up. Rewriting the success game for women. Are we ready for this morning? Who's ready? Elaine's here. All right, let's go right in. Let's go right in. Happy today, happy today. It's awfully quiet in here this morning. Can you hear me? Let's make sure you can hear me and see me, because it's awfully quiet. We just talked about a couple big things. So sometimes that happens when I'm talking about those big things. I get a message from you later saying, couldn't hear you. Maybe you can hear me. Let me know before we continue. Can you hear me? Okay. You can hear me. You're not vibing. You're not vibing this morning with the convo, or you're with it and you're relaxing and receiving. All right. Let's move into lesson 187. All right. 187. 186. Salvation of the world depends on me. And we spoke about taking this out of any kind of old context of martyrdom or savior complex, burden energy, and really feeling into the expansion of what the Course is really saying here, and moving it out of that heaviness and that misperception of carrying a cross. This is my cross to bear. Nope. 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 I'm a part of the whole. I'm special. I'm needed. That's what the Course is saying in that lesson. Let's see if we can read anything that little Tara highlighted, who knows how many years ago. All right. The gentle voice is calling from the known to the unknown. It would comfort you. That's really beautiful. God knows that you have everything already. Okay, that's where we ended. I think that's what's happening a lot. Thank you, Stephanie, for sharing that. Hear you, see you. Yes, it's vibing. I went through the recording again this weekend, and it's really deep. I love it. Now multitasking in the morning. I think that's what a lot of you are doing, right? You're turning on and you're getting your coffee. I love it. I love it. Enjoy. Say hello. Let me know you're here, and then do your thing. Do your thing. Lesson 187. I bless the world because I bless myself. Oh, let's just rest in that for a moment. I bless the world because I bless myself. Not I bless the world by sacrificing myself. Not I love the world by sacrificing myself. Not I take care of the world by putting myself on the back burner and eating the burnt piece of toast. No, no, no. Does anyone remember, and I don't know if it even aired here in Europe, and the majority of you that join me at this point live are in Europe. There was a commercial in the United States when I was growing up, and the mom was in the kitchen and she was like dancing around, like having a beautiful time, and she was making Rice Krispie treats. And these are like the easy, I've never made them. Apparently they're like the easiest thing in the world to make. But before she went out the kitchen doors, before she swung open the kitchen doors to bring the Rice Krispie treats to her family, she like messed her hair all up, threw like flour on her face, like just looked totally disheveled, and just came out like that was the vibe. This is part of the silent contract, right? I need to work hard. I need to be in performance energy. I need to be exhaustion. I need to struggle to show my love. That commercial stuck with me. I bless the world because I bless myself. No one can give unless they have. In fact, giving is proof of having. We have made this point before. What seems to make it hard to credit is not this. No one can doubt that you must first possess what you would give. We got that, right? I've got this. I'm going to give it to you. To my mom, right? I've got this, Mom. You like it? I'm going to give it to you. And she gave back, right? Well, no one can doubt that you must first possess what you would give. In the second phase on which the world and true perception, it is the second phase on which the world and true perception differ. Ready for it? Having had and given, then the world asserts that you have lost what you possessed. Right? That's how the majority of us have been taught. And in the physical world, that's what we see. Well, I had this, I gave it to you, I don't have it anymore. Now you have it. The truth maintains that giving will increase what you possess. Just receive this. This is so good. How is this possible? For it is sure that you have give a finite thing, that if you give a finite thing away, your body's eyes will not perceive it yours. I gave it to you. I don't have it anymore. You have it now. Yet we have learned that things but represent the thoughts that make them. And you do not lack for proof that when you give ideas away, you strengthen them in your own mind. I can't tell you how freeing that has been for me. There is, especially right now, I would say with AI, and certainly I've experienced in my own journey in growing Elegant Femme and being a mentor and a coach and sharing my ideas, there was absolutely in the past a fear inside of me that I would be replaced. If I give my idea away, like someone's just going to take it and run with it. Have you ever been afraid of that? Like, oh, if I share my idea. One of the very popular videos that I did 20 years ago, it feels like. It wasn't 20. Well, a long time ago. It wasn't 20 years ago. Probably 10 or 12 years ago. Is what happens if someone copies you. This video is one of our top ranking videos as well. I haven't watched it in a long time. I don't remember exactly what I say. I've evolved way past what I said then, I'm sure. But this is something that a lot of people feel. And we become so attached to, well, that was my idea. I said it out loud and someone took it. So this is really beautiful what the Course is saying. I'm going to slow it down. Yet we have learned that things but represent the thoughts that make them. And you do not lack for proof that when you give ideas away, you strengthen them in your own mind. This is true, right? When you're talking about something, when you're teaching something, you strengthen it inside. This is so true. This is why I'm here with you every day. I'm here for myself every day. What I'm teaching, what I'm sharing, the ideas, they strengthen them inside of me. Perhaps the form in which the thought seems to appear is changed in giving, even if it's a physical thing, yet it must return to him who gives. It must return to the person who gives. Nor can the form it takes be less acceptable. It must be more. This is so freeing. This is so good. Ideas must first belong to you before you give them. If you are to save the world, again, remembering the context, with which we talked about on Friday. If you are to save the world, you first accept salvation for yourself. But you will not believe that this is done until you see the miracles it brings to everyone you look upon. Herein is the idea of giving clarified and giving meaning. Now you can perceive that by your giving is your store increased. Protect all things you value. This is so good. This is like highlight city. Protect all the things you value by the act of giving them away, and you are sure that you will never lose them. If you really value something, give it away. That's how you'll be sure you'll never lose it. Because by the act of giving, you've strengthened it inside of you. What you thought you did not have is thereby proven yours. Yet value not its form, for this will change and grow unrecognizable in time, however much you try to keep it safe. No form endures. It is the thought behind the form of things that lives unchangeable. It is the thought behind the form of things that lives unchangeable. The thought beyond the form, just like us. This isn't us. This isn't this. It's the thought behind the thing that never changes. Give gladly. You can only gain thereby. So this isn't like like, oh my God, I want to know that I really have it. I'm going to give everything away. But coming from like a state of like scarcity, actually. Like, I've been taught that I need to tithe because it's going to come back to me. I better do it. Not scarcity, not pressure, not any of those things. Not that. Give gladly. You can only gain thereby. The thought remains and grows in strength as it is reinforced by giving. Thoughts extend as they are shared, and they cannot be lost. There is no giver and receiver in the sense the world conceives of them. There is a giver who retains, another who will give as well. And both must gain in this exchange, for each will have the thought in form most helpful to them. What they seem to lose is always something they will value less than what will surely be returned to them. Never forget you give but to yourself. Never forget you give but to yourself. Who understands what giving means must laugh at the idea of sacrifice, nor can they fail to recognize the many forms which sacrifice may take. They laugh as well at pain and loss, at sickness and at grief, at poverty, starvation, and at death. They recognize sacrifice remains the one idea that stands behind them all. And in their gentle laughter are they healed. Now, it's not really talking about a mocking kind of laughter, like I'm going to laugh at you if you're sick. No, but it is talking about the behind awareness that says, I know this isn't really true. Illusion recognized must disappear. Accept not suffering and yet remove the thought of suffering. Accept not suffering and you remove the thought of suffering. Your blessing lies on everyone who suffers when you choose to see all suffering as what it is. The thought of sacrifice gives rise to all the forms that suffering appears to take. And sacrifice is an idea so mad that sanity dismisses it at once. Never believe that you can sacrifice. There is no place for sacrifice in what has any value. If the thought occurs, its very presence proves that error has arisen and correction must be made. Your blessing will correct it. Give first to you, and now is yours to give as well. No form of sacrifice and suffering can long endure before the face of one who has forgiven and has blessed themselves. The lilies that your brother offers you are laid upon your altar, with the ones you offer them beside them. Who could fear to look upon such lovely holiness? The great illusion of the fear of God diminishes to nothingness before the purity that you will look on here. Be not afraid to look. Do you remember when we had the lesson where the course was talking about the biggest fear is the fear of God itself? Not really needing to be the biggest fear, but the biggest fear we hold, the biggest illusion we hold, is the fear of God itself. And the course is saying, be not afraid to look. When it's talking about this imagery of the lily, it's talking about the beautiful the beautiful gift that we give each other when we see the truth of who we are. Okay? The blessedness you will behold will take away all thought of form and leave instead the perfect gift forever there, forever to increase, forever yours, forever given away. I know, lots of words. What can you feel? Now are we one in thought, for fear has gone, and here before the altar to one God, one Father, one Creator, one life, one love, one union, one thought, we stand together. Not separate from God, who is our source, not distance from one another, who is part of ourself. Innocence has joined us all as one. We stand in blessedness and give as we receive. The name of God is on our lips. The name of life is on our lips. The name of love is on our lips. And we look within. We see the purity of heaven shine in our reflection of God's love. Now are we blessed, and now we bless the world. What we have looked upon, we would extend, for we would see it everywhere. We would behold it shining with the grace of God in everyone. We would not have it be withheld from anything we look upon. And to ensure this holy sight is ours, we offer it to everything we see. For where we see it, it will be returned to us in form of lilies we can lay upon our altar, making it a home for innocence itself, who dwells in us and offers us holiness as ours. I bless the world because I bless myself. All right, beauties. How are we? This lesson is a very good one for me. I like it. I like it a lot, but sometimes challenging. Yeah, of course. Yes, it can be. It can, because, we've been taught that scarcity is fuel. We've been taught that scarcity is a motivator. We have so, unconsciously bought into the silent contract that we utilize scarcity, sacrifice, pushing, proving the not enoughness to fuel us, to motivate us. We even do it in spiritual growth. Yeah. So it can feel really, really challenging for sure. And when we move beyond, again, trying to understand it, and even beyond the words, and just feel into the essence of what's being shared, and move out of the fear of loss, and start to see through this lens of truth, it changes the way we reside inside of ourselves. And as we talk about so often here, it doesn't mean we're not going to forget, right? Sometimes when we're really in that, for me, when I'm really in that state of remembering and I'm really connecting with something, has this ever happened to you? Like we have a really big lesson and it's just like, sometimes like later in the day, the exact thing that we've talked about, I will have forgotten, like in a physical way. Oops. But that's the opportunity to remember. So as we talk about all the time, this is not about making yourself wrong. This is not about judging yourself. This is not about perfection. This is not about, oh my gosh, I need to be the perfect. You are perfect. We know this. It's about living into it. It's about being in a space of joy. It's like that lightness, This is something that I'm really, really enjoying right now in my life. I feel like I know and I feel that I'm really on my edge in my life in what I'm called to talk about. The course has strengthened in me. Being able to share the course with you in this way daily for over half a year now, 6 months or whatever it's been at this point. I don't know, since last November. I'm not sure how long it's been. Being able to speak about gifting myself permission. Hold on, there's a plane coming. Coming. There's an airport right there. That's the airport that Dominic and Nico flew into. Dave picked him up a month ago now. No, 2 weeks. I don't know. A while ago. Anyways, gifting myself permission to share the course with you in this way has opened up so much inside of me to continue to share some really, really big, beautiful things that have been on my heart for a very, very long time. A very long time. So, Allison, feels like a year. It was the summer solstice, I think. I don't know. Oh, when we started? Was it? Is that possible? You might be right. I should check that out. Karen, buongiorno. It was the 21st of June. Was it? Have we been doing this for almost a year? That's amazing. I'm so proud of us. That's next week, right? Is that right? Is that this weekend? I'm so proud of us. Look at us. Look at us. Look at us coming together for a year. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Oh my God, I'm so proud of us. Oh, what a beautiful celebration way to end this call. I'm so proud of us. If you're listening to this, whatever point you're listening to this, and if you're like, oh, I'm on lesson 2, it's okay. It's okay. Remember, this isn't a race. Like, I literally had no idea. I thought we started in November. It's timeless. It's timeless. We are moving through this in the most beautiful, beautiful way. And I am so grateful for everything we've shared in this almost year. This is really great. I'm glad we had that awareness today. I want to do some celebrating together this week. All right, beauties. That's incredible. That's incredible. All right. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Remember, I bless the world because I bless myself. No sacrifice. No sacrifice. All right. Dave and I are going to take the little girls into town, into Tivat. Total side note. I was very clear many times with you all how much I love Montenegro. I really, really do. And it's not only that, it's because we spent so much time here that we got to know it really well. So when we're sailing, and you saw this, right? We're in like a cove for a couple of days. Lombardy, I really, really loved in Croatia. We were there for a couple of days, but typically Lombarda. Named after Vince Lombardi. You'll see that later. Lombarda. But you're kind of moving pretty consistently. We got to know Dubrovnik a little bit, but we were here for weeks. We needed to stay here for a couple of weeks with our visa. So I have the best cosmetic store. I'm now like, I'm going to go back for the 3rd time today to this cosmetic store in Montenegro, and I'm getting the products that I haven't been able to find anywhere else. There's like a certain hairspray that I'm excited to get. I'm restocking my sunscreen. Yeah. It's really, really fun. So I'm going to have a little bit of a Frenchy time. Enjoy your day. And I will see you back here tomorrow. If you have not joined Femme Riche and it's on your heart, I want to let you know this is a really special time to be inside of Elegant Femme. This is a time of deep remembrance. This is a time of deep unraveling. This is a time of just trust inside. If you're being called, just trust. You can still join us. We just opened up Femme on Friday. The welcome call is there. The brand new modules have not dropped yet. They will be dropping in the coming weeks. And the 2 bonuses will be expiring very, very soon. So in the next couple of days, we have the Woman Who Stayed Open, which is a behind the scenes of the Femme launch. My deep experience. I've never shared this vulnerably before, and it really is an opportunity to witness how do we continue to stay open even when outside circumstances show us something different than what we want to receive. What if the outside results don't match what we intended? How do we stay open to receive? So it's going to be really, really big. And then visibility. The visibility, how do we allow ourselves to be visible in the world and not expect attack? How do we unhook that crucifixion frequency that buys into the illusion that in order to have impact, in order to really do good in the world, that we have to be attacked? So that's the second bonus, and those are expiring in the next couple of days. So if it's on your heart, now may be the time for you. All right, beauties, I will see you tomorrow. Mwah! Have a beautiful day.